Hello, my fellow comic collectors. This is going to be a huge unboxing video. Basically, I'm going to be unboxing. I sent a bunch of comics off to PGX, and they finally came back. There's 20 slabs inside, and they're some of my best comics that I had in my collection for the last 20 years. So this is almost 30 years. Wow, it's so insane. So these are comics that I've had in my collection for a long time. And I got them slabbed, and I kind of wanted to find out what grade they got. So there's lots of big keys in this. So I'm pretty excited to open this up. It took about 2 months to to get these comics back. So let's see how I did in terms of the grades and stuff. So I'm going to just open it up here. Huge box. Oh. Let's see. So they actually sent a whole bunch of bags. I'm not sure why, but they sent a whole bunch of bags. Oh, it looks like the slabs are in like groups of slabs. I'm going to put this big box down. That's really quite heavy. Oh, wow, so heavy. And let's see. So the slabs are in like individual bags. They did a good job of wrapping it. So I'm going to try to do this as a bit of a guessing thing, plus so much wrapping. Oh, actually, I'm seeing the comic. Well, okay, so this won't be a surprise. This one won't be a surprise, but let's see what. Wow, they really wrapped this well. Wrapped well. Okay. The first one is the Mighty Thor. Hopefully there's not too much glare on this. What's that? Mighty Thor and Journey into Mystery. Annual number 1. This is the first appearance of Hercules. I'm trying to avoid the glare here. Okay, that's the first one. It's a 4.0. This one turned out a really high grade, much higher than I expected. A 5.5. And this is Linda Carter, Student Nurse. This is the first appearance of Linda Carter. It's sort of like the old Linda Carter. Really rare comic. And to get it in a nice high grade, it's quite impressive. Okay, next one. A little bit of a disappointment. This is Ultimate Fallout number 4, and it's in the 9.2. So a little disappointing. I kind of was hoping it was a higher grade, but you get what you get. This one is another one I thought was going to be a really high grade. It's just like, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's like a 4.0. I mean, I'm just really disappointed. I think the reason is there's some water damage, or some water stain, some kind of stain that goes right through here. And I think that's what killed the grade. If it wasn't for that, it would be a super high grade. It is just like a really nice looking comic. But it's a 4.0. So you get what you get. This is the first appearance of Bizarro. This is my Superboy number 68. First appearance of Bizarro. Really great story. I really love this comic. Actually, I did a video about it Oh, this one's a little bit disappointing again. Another disappointment. This is my first appearance of Harley Quinn, and it's at 8.0. I actually thought it would be a little bit higher, but you get what PGX can be a little bit rough sometimes. So yeah, 8.0. I thought it was going to be like a 8.5 or 8.9, maybe a 9. But there is some. I can see why they graded it that. Oh, and this is my Transformers #1. It's a low grade. I actually was hoping when I bought this, they said it was a higher grade. They said it was a 6. I'm kind of disappointed that it only got a 5. So you can see it's quite a nice comic though. But it does have a lot of issues along the spine. So that's probably why I got the 5.0. Okay, so that's the first group of slabs. Let's see, oh, next one. So they really wrap these ones well. Oh my goodness. Wow, so heavy too. I'm making a huge mess. Huge mess here. Okay. These turned out really nicely though. I have to give it to PGX. They did a good job. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. Challenging. Okay, wow. All that just to get to the next layer of stuff. Okay. This one looks like a bunch more slabs. Okay. And some major ones in this one too. Okay, wow, all that. This is my bone #1, and this one I was really disappointed by. It should be like a 9.9, like a 9.8. The reason it isn't, and they actually graded this really well, is what happened was the person that priced it way back when I bought this back in the tag actually on the comic. So I removed it, and in removing it, I killed the grade. So it became an 8.0. So yeah, it's a real shame because this is first print, and it is the first appearance of Funny Bone, Smiley Bone, Ted, and the Great Dragon. So this is a major key. If it was a higher grade, this is like a $2,000 book in 8.0. In a higher grade, it could be like several thousand. It's very disappointing, but it is what it is. Okay. This one, actually, I'm happier with this grade. This is my Crow #1, first print. And they rated it as the second appearance of the Crow, which is kind of interesting. Because I guess they're counting the other comic, either Dead World or A Caliber Presents, as being the first appearance. So this is interesting that they count this as the second appearance. But this is the first full appearance, in my opinion, of the Crow. And it was water damaged, so I'm actually kind of happy with the grade. So it's a 3.5, which is a low grade, but it actually turned out nicely considering. So, and this is the Crow #2. I had both of these in my collection. It's just an early Crow, and I really like the Crow, the whole story. So yeah, first print as well. And this is my Daredevil. This is a really rough grade. It's a 2.5, and it's Daredevil #1, first appearance of Daredevil. So this is, it's nice to have it slabbed. It was a pretty rough comic, to tell you the truth. And it's nice that it's a 2.5. I was actually worried that it was going to be like less than a 2. So to have it at a 2.5, that's quite good. And it looks actually quite nice in the slab. So yeah, it turned out quite well actually. Okay, next one, Detective Comics 373. Now this is kind of the first appearance of Mr. Freeze, but kind of not, if that makes any sense. So what happens is, this is where Mr. Freeze actually gets the name of Mr. Freeze. Before that, he was called something, I think Zero, or Mr. Zero or something like that. It was like close to Mr. Freeze or Mr. Frost or something. I forgot his name. What's that here? But something like that. And, you know, they retconned it. So later, the older version becomes his actual first appearance. But this is the first time that he uses the name Mr. Freeze. So that's kind of a cool comic. And next one is my Doom Patrol. I knew this was really low grade. It's a 4.0. And this is the first appearance of Beast Boy. It's just one, like, it's probably not even worth slabbing, to tell you the truth, because it's not that expensive of a comic. But I like Beast Boy, so I wanted to get this one slabbed. So it's the first appearance of Beast Boy. And just a really kind of cool comic that I really wanted to get slabbed. So yeah, so that's Doom Patrol 99. And this one, I'm a little bit disappointed. I was so hoping this was going to be, it looks really sharp. I probably should have had it pressed. There's no spine ticks, nothing color breaking, and it just got that 9.6, so close to the 9.8. It should be a 9.8. It probably, if it was pressed and cleaned, it would have gotten a 9.8. I probably should crack this open and resend it, but I'm happy. Still a 9.6. First appearance of Spider Gwen, or not Gwen Stacy as Spider Girl, Spider Woman. So it's what do they say? First appearance of Spider Gwen. Yeah, that's what I would have thought it would say. So yeah, just a really cool one. Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. And oh, this one turned out to be a nice high grade. I'm actually happy. I thought this was maybe a little lower, but I knew it was a nice book. And this is Ghost Rider number 1, and it's a 9.0. It was quite a nice book. I could tell that it was really solid. It's a 9.0. It's quite nice. Oh, and here's my giant size X-Men. And I was wondering about this one. See, the problem is at the top there's this huge smudge. If it wasn't for that, if there was some way to clean that off, it would be great. But yeah, that's why it's a 5.0. Very nice looking book. Like, even the spine is just quite good. A little dirty actually, but that's probably why I got the 5.0. But you know, I paid for it as if it was a 3. Just so you, so to get it at a 5.0 was actually quite good. I knew it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a higher grade, to tell you the truth. It was just a very pretty looking book. But it's this color smudge up here that's kind of the issue. So giant size X-Men number 1, 5.0. Okay, next one. My Hulk 180. Hulk 180. And I'm a little bit disappointed by this one, but I know why they gave it the 5.0. Again, this is a very pretty book. No real flaws with it, except for there's a hole. You can see it barely. Like, if you look right in there, there's like, I'm not sure if you can see it through the glare. But it is a hole that goes through the book. And that is why it probably got the 5.0. It just killed the grade. It's just a very nice book, except for that hole. I thought it was going to be like an 8, and but the hole really does kill the value. So it's a really nice book, except for the hole. So 5.0. That to me is the first appearance of Wolverine. There's a lot of people that debate about it. This is my first appearance of Rocket Raccoon. And in comics, he appeared in the magazine earlier than this, in Savannah number 1, I think. Satana number 1, I think. And this is first appearance of Rocket Raccoon in comics. I think they actually say that. First comic book appearance of Rocket Raccoon. And this is Hulk 271. So I was a little bit disappointed by the grade on this. I was actually thinking it was a little bit higher, but now that I look at it, I can see why they graded it as a 6.0, because there's a little bit of a bend there, and it's a little dirty along the spine. So 6.0, a little bit disappointing. This one turned out well. My first appearance of Hellboy. Oh, they say second appearance. First in full color. Okay, so actually I have the first appearance as well. So this is John Barnes Nextman number 21. So it's the first color appearance of a Hellboy. So 9.4, that's quite a nice grade. Now this one is actually, they don't mark it, but this is actually the first appearance of kind of a major character. What's her name? Della Thorne or something like that. And it is a 5.0. It's a quite old book from 1952. And it has this ugly mark on it where probably somebody tried to get rid of the date stamp or something like that. But other than that, it's a very pretty book. So 5.0, I'm fairly happy with that. Would have liked a little higher, but it is what it is. Oh my goodness, I'm really disappointed by this one. I thought this was a high grade. I really did. This is my Journey into Mystery number 84. And this is the first appearance of Jane Foster, I should say. Not Mary Jane Foster. Jane Foster. And she's, the major, she's the one that becomes Thor, the one that can hold the hammer later. And in the new movie, she's probably going to be the next Thor. I thought this was a higher grade, but I can see, looking at it, there's like a color, there's a chip down here. There's a bit of a color break up here. I can see why they graded it a 5.0 actually. But it looks very, very nice in person. It's just, there are those little flaws, and that's what kills the grade. So a 5.0. I guess I have to be happy with that, but I'm a little bit, you always want a higher grade. Okay, one more. Okay, last big bag here. Hopefully some higher grades. A little bit unlucky so far. PGX, PGX has a reputation of not grading that hard, but I think they were fairly accurate about the way that they graded. I think they graded very well. So much tape. They did a great job of packing, I have to say. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is the last box. This one I'm really happy with. I actually got this one pressed because it didn't have any color breaks, but it had some bit of creasing in it. And I'm really happy how it turned out. It's a 9.4, which is much higher than I would have thought. I was worried it was going to be like a 9.0. So I think the pressing really did fix a lot of the issues that it had. So it's quite nice. First appearance of Mr. Sinister, and that's X-Men 221. So really nice. That turned out really well. Oh, this one actually turned out better too. This is my Uncle Scrooge, #1. This is the first title with Uncle Scrooge. And it's just a really great classic cover by Carl Barks. And it's 4-color 386, which is the first title with Uncle Scrooge. And it's just a very cool comic. So that's really great. Let me see. I'm just going to move some of these down. Not in the way. Okay. Oh, this one's a little bit of a lower grade. This is Black Panther #6, Jungle Action, #6, I should say. And this is the first appearance of Killmonger. And it's a 5.0. So not bad, but it probably was not worth grading, but I like the character, so I got it graded. And this is another one that I got graded, probably not worth grading, but this is Greatest Adventure, My Greatest Adventure #80, which is the first appearance of Doom Patrol. So kind of a cool comic. I paid about $100 for it. I knew it was a low grade when I got it. But yeah, 4.0 is not bad. Not bad. So. Oh, this one turned out really well. Okay, so this is my Night Nurse #1, and it's a 5.0. And yeah, it's just this is the first Marvel Night Nurse, first appearance of Night Nurse, Linda Carter. It's just a really nice book, just a really rare, kind of cool book. First Night Nurse #1. Oh, wow. And this is my She-Hulk #1. I knew it was a high grade, but I wasn't sure. I didn't think it was a 9.8, but 9.6 is quite nice. I'm very happy with that. So yeah, so She-Hulk #1, first appearance of She-Hulk, the Savage She-Hulk #1. So first appearance of She-Hulk. Very cool. Next one, my Doctor Strange. So this is the first appearance of Doctor Strange, which is Strange Tales 110. And it was one that I actually got pressed as well. The pressing did kind of fix a lot of the issues that the comic had. And it was one of those ones I thought maybe it was a 3. But I think the pressing really kind of cleaned it up a bit and got it up to a 4, which is kind of nice. I'm quite happy with that. This one I'm a little bit disappointed with. This is my All-Star Comics #58, and it's a 7.0. This is the first appearance of Power Girl, and I'm a big Power Girl fan, so I like sexy girls. So this one is Power Girl the first appearance, and it's just a very cool cover because it actually I like when the first appearance also has the character on the cover. So this is her on the cover, which is kind of nice. So yeah. And this is my Amazing Spider-Man #50. I'm very happy with this. This is a 4.0. I thought it was a much lower grade. It was pretty rough looking. I got it pressed again. And I think the pressing does really help fix a lot of the issues with these comics. You can see the major spine ticks along the side. It was a bit of a rough comic, but to get it as a 4.0 is quite nice. This one I'm a little bit disappointed by. So I thought this was a higher grade. This is my Spider-Man 101, first appearance of Morbius. And I was kind of hoping that this was a higher grade. I thought it was a higher grade. It looked nice when I got it. But I guess it's because of these creases at the bottom. You can maybe see that. That really killed the grade. So yeah, I kind of thought it was going to be like a 5. But yeah, it is what it is. 4.5. So some good, some Okay, well this one I'm very disappointed by. I'm not really sure. Oh, maybe I should have got it pressed. This is my Amazing Spider-Man number 4, Original Sin. This is the first appearance of Silk, and I think what happened is the corner up here is the issue. It's bent in the corner, and that killed the value. I should have gotten this pressed. This is non-color breaking problem. Had I gotten pressed, probably would have been 9.6 maybe, because it's a very nice looking comic. It's just that one corner, and maybe a little bit of an issue down here, but very, very slight. And it's disappointing that it's a 9, but I should have got it pressed. This is when you should get things pressed. This is a major issue, and a couple grades make a huge difference. Okay. So this is another one that I thought it was a low grade. I figured actually this is probably the exact grade I would have thought it would be, like a 4. This is the first appearance of Black Manta, and does it say that? Yeah, Black Manta. And it's just a cool character. I just always thought Black Manta was kind of cool. I liked the laser beam from his visor thing. I thought that was kind of cool. I didn't really like the Aquaman movie, but I actually like the character, and I like the whole Aquaman story. I liked Aquaman as a kid. So first appearance of Black Manta, and this is Aquaman number 35. Okay, 2 more to go. And Avengers 57. This is the first appearance of Vision. It's a really cool cover. Really love this cover because it's just such a powerful looking cover. And it's a 6.5, which is not bad. It's a very sharp copy actually, but there's a little bit of issue around the actual issue number. It's like I'm not sure if you can see that, but right around here there's a big issue. So that's probably what killed the grade. If it wasn't for that, it would have been just a very pretty copy. Just a very nice looking book altogether, but it's just that one issue. So 6.5, not bad. And last one. I knew this was a low grade, and it is a low grade. This is my last one. This is my Batman 181, first appearance of Poison Ivy. And again, I really like these covers where it is the character right on the cover, and you can see, their first appearance with the character right on the cover. Just a really nice way to get a first appearance. And the way that they do it is they really pump up that it's a first appearance. And I think that's really nice. I really like Poison Ivy as a character. Maybe this wasn't the greatest story about her, but it's just I really like Poison Ivy as a character, so this is kind of a cool one. So yeah, Batman 181, and that's the last one, 3.5. Nice high grade, or mid grade, I should say. Higher grade than I would have thought, actually. I was kind of hoping that it would be a reasonable grade. So that's it. There's actually one in the background, my Brave and the Bold number 28, that I plan to get graded next. So watch for future videos where I get that one graded and a bunch of others that I have to get graded. So I'm planning on getting maybe another 40 comics graded. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and keep collecting comics. And if you have any comments below, thanks. Just put them down there. Okay, bye for now.